All right, so look, I went like downtown, like in a central area, a central area, and I had been here for, I don't know, a week, maybe 2 weeks. I hadn't seen a single black person. So, now granted, I didn't go to Jamaica, so I didn't necessarily expect it to be tons of black people all over the place, right? But I didn't expect it to be none either. So that was kind of crazy, especially because, the Facebook group, it seemed like it was, a lot of us here. 30 people in a group sounds like a lot until they're spaced out over one of the largest cities in the world. So anyway, I see these sisters, and at the time, I'm picking up on the customs, I'm picking up on the language a little bit, I'm picking up on things. So I'm a lot more comfortable than they are. And I see them over there and they're trying to order something at the taco stand, but they look lost, like totally lost. So I was like, it's so weird. And this is a whole nother conversation. It's so weird, like with all this hyper femininity, this supposedly toxic masculinity, all this nonsense going on between the sexes and the races, and it's a crazy time to be alive. So I have to be like concerned with how I approach anybody about anything. Like I see that you look like me, I'm assuming, that we have something in common, and I'm trying to help you if I can help you. But you have to be concerned with how you say what and who you say it to, and you only said hello, but that means that, people are crazy. These sisters, they weren't crazy. They were just totally, new to the situation. So anyway, they were in the corner looking real nervous and trying to figure out what the menu said. So I was like, hey, how y'all doing? Where y'all from? Da, 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 da. And they was like, they told me. So just chopped it up with them for a little bit. And I was like, hey, you mind, after helped them with the menu, and look, I was proud too. I could actually help them with the menu. Like I recognized and could read most of the words. It was a couple words I was like, I don't know what that is. I would leave that one alone. But anyway, I asked them, could I just film them? Just to show that, hey, there are black people here, right? And they're actually cool. And again, I'm gonna talk about that too, because so from the group, oh man, I'm not even gonna talk about that right now. That's gonna be a whole nother vlog. Something about black people that I've met or talked to so far in Mexico City. That's a very interesting video. A very interesting video. So anyway, here are these sisters from San Diego. It's a real short clip. Real cool sisters.
I finally ran into some sisters out here, some natural sisters today. They about to get it in. They're trying to figure out what they want to eat. It's a crazy menu. But where y'all from?
San Francisco.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm Jamie.
Jamie? Okay. Your sisters? Your twins?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I better get in where y'all fit in, because they savages on this food. Yeah. I appreciate y'all. Some of the first black people I got to see and talk to. Nice. I've been here like 2 weeks. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, boom. So here in Mexico, they have, from what I understand, there's a Mexican brand shoe, a Mexican brand clothing company called Pan Am. And some of them have real nice color combinations, real nice designs. Some of them are like flagrant knockoffs of something else, and they look crazy. But I've seen a couple color combinations that I thought looked pretty cute. So I was just curious. I'll go in there to check out and see how much they cost and all that. So I was like, you know what? I think we'll get me a couple Pan Ams. I'm gonna be a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I go to the store, and at the time, my cousin was with me. So we went in there and we talked to the dude. This was early in the morning. They supposed to open at like 11 o'clock, I think. And they opened up like 10, 14 or something. We was out there like talk to the vendors, getting coffee and everything. So we get the coffee, we just chilling, eating our little breakfast, and they open up early. So that was already like, oh, that's dope. And there was a morning when he was about to get on the flight. So I'm telling you this long story because I'm showing you how amazing these Mexican people are on a whole. Like, majority, I'm talking about 99 point, like only my doorman at the first place, my Airbnb host at the second place, And there was another dude who was real trash too. But 3 people out of, in 2 months, that's pretty amazing. And I'm out touching people all day long. So anyway, the guy at the store, he goes to the store and matter of fact, I'm not gonna show you the store just yet. I just pushed through that at the end. The moral of the story is my cousin tried on some shoes. We both tried on shoes. And I had too much bags with me anyway, so I didn't want to get them just yet. But I wanted him to get his because he had to get a flight in like 2 hours. He had to be gone. So he tried on the shoes. He liked the shoes, cool. They don't have them in the store. So the guy was like, hey, well look, if you give me an hour, I'll get them to you. It was like, bro, I wish. I don't have an hour though. So he's like, how long you got? I was like, well, we gotta be on a plane in a little bit. So he's like, oh, okay, well, can you give me 15 minutes? I'm like, 15 minutes? He's like, yeah. I don't know what he did. I don't know how he did it. He left. He literally ran out the store. And it might have been a little less than 15 minutes. My anxiety was tripping because we was on the schedule. But he comes back with the shoes. It was amazing. This guy I've never seen service like that. In America, oh my God. In United States, I gotta get that out my system, America, right? So in the States, people don't even want to call to see if they have something available, much less go get it for you. He had to do it on foot. He ran out of the store, he came back with the shoes. So anyway, now I went and bought a few pair of shoes. And they fit different. They were the same exact shoe style, just different colors, and one of them fit a little bigger than the other one. So I was like, I'll take the smaller size. So anyway, I got home and was like contemplating, I don't know. It was a little too fitted. So I was like, you know what? I just go back and get the bigger one, and I just, put an insole in it, right? So I go back, I was kind of dreading the exchange, because I was like, yo, that could be complicated. If I have this much Spanish and I say it, he'd be like, oh, he can talk Spanish. No, I can't. I just have this much. And now you're asking me a bunch of questions, and I'm like, I don't know. So I was real apprehensive about going back. Put it off for like 2 days. Finally, go back. Boom. Here's the store. Pan Am. And this is on like a pretty busy street, pretty main street. And so I'm just showing you the store real briefly. And the guy, I just want you to see the guy, him right there. Super, super, super cool guy. And he went above and beyond to help my cousin out. And when I came back to do the exchange, he was super cool. He made everything real nice. And I kept apologizing for the trouble. And it wasn't really much trouble. I wasn't in the store probably 5 minutes total. Gave him the receipt, gave him a little translator. Hey, look, I need a different shoe size. He's like, hey, it's no problem. And then at the end, he was like, I'm pretty sure he said something to the effect of, you can bring those back in 30 days if you need to. So anyway, super good situation, super good person, super good experience. And I just wanted to share that. I feel like it's the small things that can really like make or break your experience. And I've been having some pretty good experiences. And I had some rough days too, be clear. I'm talking about rough days. I'm talking about almost want to cry days. But the highlights are they're just a big deal. They're just a big deal. To see like the people, oh my God, it was so crazy. I could really ramble on forever, but this video seems like it's about to get too long anyway. So if you're interested in stuff like this, I could do this all day. The primary reason I do food vlogs is just because I have to eat every day. And I have to leave the house and I have to find something to eat every day. And that's an adventure in itself. So when I finally sit down, I'm just like, phew. So it's pretty much easy just to prop the camera up and just talk about my meal. I don't have anybody to talk to here, so I'm talking to you. And primarily, this is honestly for my family. Like, this is primarily for my daughter and her children that don't exist yet, you know what I mean? So they can have something to look back on to see the growth that I came from. So I'm showing them the struggle and what it was like and da-da-da-da. So I'm expecting this footage to have a value 10, 20 years from now, not necessarily now. You know, this is not a monetized channel. I'm not getting paid for YouTube. I'm not trying to get paid for YouTube. That's not what I'm here for. It's just to document it, and the best way to document it is to constantly do it, because if I save it, it's gonna turn into a huge project that I don't feel like working on. And I learned that from other travels. So anyway, if you watched up to this point, then, you know, hey, I'm up for suggestions. You can talk about, you can let me know what you want me to talk about, what you want me to show you, what you want me to try out, what you want me to... I don't got nothing to do. I don't have a schedule here, so I'm pretty much just moving around on recommendation and feeling, you know, whatever I search on the internet, whatever I think up each day, then that's pretty much what my day consists of. And like I said, food is primarily the only thing that I do every single day. So this is why the bulk of the things are food. And it's like taco hunting, because at first I was all about taco hunting, you know, not really realizing that Mexico has all kind of food, you know what I mean? And which is good, because I need the variety. I didn't know that I needed it until like a week into it. And I was like, oh, you keep eating the same thing. And it tastes good still, but it just felt wrong. It felt like I needed to venture out more and try more and get out of my comfort zone, because that's what I was doing. I was trying to stick to the people that I was comfortable with, stick to the easy places. And it's so embarrassing and so challenging to go talk to another person and I don't speak English, because it's strange. It almost feels like it's an intellect issue, right? You almost feel dumb. And it has nothing to do with dumb. It has nothing to do with intellect. It has everything to do with you just don't know the language, you know what I mean? So you have to learn it. And, you know, contrary to what some people say, this ain't something you're gonna learn over the weekend. So it just takes time, and you have to humble yourself enough to start learning, you know what I mean? And put yourself out there, be willing to sound stupid, be willing to be critiqued. And honestly, I think that's really just the internet thing, or, you know, more of a United States thing, because the people here, I've never felt like they were like, oh, you sound so stupid. They be helpful. Like, I'm talking about extra helpful. Oh my God, so just the other day. Anyway, the next conversation will be about the lady from the OXXO. The OXXO is similar to a 7-Eleven at home. It's the #1 convenience store or corner store around here. But like I said, this video will turn way too long. But again, I really want to talk about whatever you want me to talk about. I mean, I'm gonna put out what I need to put out just for me and mine, but you know, anybody that's curious or interested, and like I said, you watch this much, I definitely want your feedback. And wow, I'm gonna make another video right now. You know, I'm gonna cut this one, but I'm gonna keep on going right now. I'll see y'all in a minute.